What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see my Gmail address. You guys got any material or anything you'd like to contact me about, you can contact me there. Without further ado, let me jump into this video. Guys, listen. I seen this last night on WREG, News Channel 3 in Memphis. You know, it came across on my feed. Now, I got to give WREG 3 credit. They be coming out with all of these stories, and they be saying a lot of stuff that got you thinking. And last night they said something that I was thinking about, and it was bothering, you know, me with trying to put a video together. So I waited a little bit because I could have made this video last night, but I figured I'd sit on it. I'd sit back and I'd look at the videos more, and I found this video, and the video is 6 minutes long. But it tells me a lot, and it'll tell you guys a lot about how she's feeling about this situation with Tyre Nichols. And a lot of the stuff I said, though it was insinuating, a lot of people came at me about insinuating, I was what? Right. Check it out. The video is very long, so I want you to see the whole video, and it has a lot of parts in it where I can't use. So, I mean, chopping it up, you wouldn't get the full effect of it. But I'm going to talk a little bit about it. And the video is about Police Chief C.J. Davis and how she's avoided the public eye and refused to take any type of interviews ever since the tape came out of what happened with Tyre Nichols. Now, the day she was on TV, the last time she was on TV was when her and Mayor Cerelyn, who was a piece of crap too as well, and I'll tell you why, were on the news channel before the video came out that day, and they were like, you know, talking about it and pleading about how they are being totally transparent. They're going to work with the community. They don't want any violence or anybody tearing the city up and all this other stuff. Well, after looking at everything, and the video was out, and we seen all of the stuff that came after it, them trying to hide Justin Hempfield, and trying to letting the other officer, the supervisor, gracefully bow out in the retirement and not giving his information like nobody would ever find out. Where's the transparency? She knew, like I said, she knew. And looking at this story, and if you look through the lines, I think Cerelyn knew too. I think he hired her. He used her position. Oh, okay, you're a woman, you're black, so you probably know how to get down and relate to your people that look like you. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, it's a lot of black folk in Memphis. She black. She came with credentials. And she's a woman. And he probably was like, you know, this would be a good story for the city. And he probably liked her. She talked a good game. And he put her in the position. You know, a female black police chief in a black city, a city with a lot of black people, it makes it for a good story. And if it works out, it looks good as well. But the thing is this, my situation with Mayor Cerelyn is this. He said in this interview, he didn't know about all these complaints. He didn't hear any complaints about the Scorpion unit, or he didn't hear any real bad complaints about the brutality in the force of the Memphis PD. Come on, bro. You didn't hear none of that? You didn't hear none of that? Man, you know what I'm... Look at this clip.
Unit. We asked the mayor about the complaint process.
We never heard anything about how many complaints they have. Is that tracked? Should it be tracked? And should it stop with the director?
It's
knowing that information.
Reimagining policing, all that data is on that website.
Complaints that they've had, IAB complaints, investigations that they've
Against
had.
the Memphis Police Department is all on that website.
And Scorpion unit as well.
Included in those data.
So were you aware that there have been complaints against the Scorpion unit before all of this happened?
No.
Apparently, no one had told the mayor about any complaints, though he and the police director have touted the successes of the Scorpion unit.
It's easy to talk about the numbers and the successes, But should failures and concerns and complaints be a part of that information? Because some city council members said they had never heard anything else other than the rollout.
All those complaints, every one of them is listed on the website.
But you had never heard of any complaints?
No.
We hope to finally get that information on who filed complaints and which officers were the subjects of them. And while we wait, Mayor Strickland is standing by the chief he brought in to make change.
You still have faith in her?
100%.
Always.
She has led this department the whole way through this ordeal. She immediately acted upon an employment situation that the city has never acted this quickly on. Our police department is as transparent or more transparent than any police department in the country.
You hear that? You hear what he said? She can't do no wrong. I told y'all, she entrenched in there. No matter what, he ain't watching the police force and all this other stuff. It's a lot of people passing the buck. Did you see him sitting up there looking like Benny Hill? Talking about he ain't heard no complaints. He ain't this and that. I bet he hasn't. He ain't looked for him neither. Talking about she did a good job. I've never seen anybody do a call to action and start dealing with the employee issue after the Tyre situation as she did. Yeah, it's easy to say, hey, you know what? All of y'all are fired. Get out. Who else was there that could get me in trouble or could bring scrutiny to me and bring up my past? Get them out of here too. Don't fire them. Just put them on desk duty. You know what we'll do? The rest of the Scorpion team, we'll disband them. This is how you know that the shit is bullshit. Watch this. When the Scorpion team, in fact, like I said, this video is about her not coming public after the video and talking about it, right? As a black person, you know what a lot of black people are triggered watching that. You of all people, CJ, you should have went out there and made some type of public announcement. Hey, listen, they didn't even tear the city up like that. You could have came out and say, hey, I applaud the citizens. Listen, I am going to do my best to try to create, you know, a stronger bond between the community and the people. I dropped the ball on the top. She never did none of that. No show of solidarity, never showed up at the funeral at all. They wasn't going to do nothing to you. You the chief of police. You could have wore your goofy ass suit and stood up in there. And this is the part that made me mad about that whole situation. The parents of Tyre Nichols could have said anything. They had the ear of America and the hearts. They took the high road and were distinguished when they spoke. They expressed their dissatisfaction, but they had their trust in you. You couldn't even show up at the funeral where they said they thanked you at the funeral and your fucking ass wasn't even there. You wasn't there. I don't care if you're the chief of police or anything. You should have been there because you are the top cop. And you ought to found a lot of this brutality that them people down there is going through. You should have been there. And everybody's talking. Somebody said, hey, you have a problem with women of authority in authority positions? No, I have a problem with this woman in this authority position. And that's real. That's real. Ain't got nothing to do with her sex or anything. Because if you can do the job, you can do the job. If you can't, you can't. She don't want to do the job. She getting paid $230,000+ a year to sit up there in her office and be the Queen of Sheba. Fuck that. Let me tell you something. Part of her job is being in what? The community. Community in strengthening the community bond. She is a liaison of the police department. Right? Why you ain't been in the streets? Why you ain't been in the streets? You ain't went and talked to the people in that neighborhood or where this shit happened, where they probably looked out the windows and was scared as hell. The public has a bad taste in their mouth for your department, ma'am, and you're not doing anything about it. You're just sitting there, like I said in all my videos, with my problem with this woman. You're sitting there. Maybe it'll go away. Oh, they're still talking about it. I'll stay off of social media. I'll this and that. What you think is going to happen? The quieter you are and don't come forward, the more things start coming out. Because I'm telling you, all these Memphis news stations, especially WREG, shout out, News Channel 3, are on your ass. They're on your ass and you're getting everything you deserve. And trust me, the fire ain't hot enough. Because you can still sleep good at night in your mansion or wherever the hell you live. While somebody's sitting in the damn dirt right now. And their family's still wetting the pillows up. Disgraceful. He's sitting here backing you up. Oh. We're more transparent, if not really more transparent than anybody in America. Well, this ain't happening in America, in any place in America. It happened here. And why the fuck are y'all sitting there? You hid the Preston Hempfield 3 days so they wouldn't tear your city up. Because if you put his face with that, that would have trumped everything. This makes me so angry, man. It makes me so angry. Like, I mean, upset. And the things about, I don't even live in Memphis, guys. But I understand. The profiling, the proactive policing, I've all seen that and experienced that as a child, as a young man in my life. And I know how that feels. And I know what made y'all, what y'all are going through. Because that's one of the reasons why I left Jersey. I couldn't have a good job, couldn't have a good car, and ride around and feel good about my achievements, driving without somebody coming and pulling up behind me saying, hey, is that yours? You don't fit the description of somebody that deserves that. And that's the problem I got with this whole damn thing. The whole damn thing I got a problem with. Look at what the city council said to her. And this one, I know the heat on her and how stupid she looked. She didn't even give a reaction. Check this clip out, guys.
Who are either now fired or still under investigation.
We have looked at up to 12 disciplinary actions so far. As we continue to interview other individuals, we're also identifying whether it's a direct or indirect correlation between this incident and other administrative violations.
But for some, the question has become, where has the police director been?
One of the criticisms that I had you as mayor was you all were withdrawn. The public didn't hear from you. The public didn't see you. The city council meeting cannot be the only forum where people hear from the administration. Because we have no authority over any direct authority over any division director.
WREG has continuously asked for an interview with Chief Davis, and we are constantly told she is not doing interviews right now. One person who is not worried, her boss, Mayor Jim Cerelyn.
So you think she has been as transparent as she should be with the public?
Absolutely. Last time I was here, she was with me.
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Mayor Cerelyn is an idiot. And everything I said is true. She's going to sit back, wait for all this to try to blow over, while sitting there, claiming that title and making that $230K a year. She's going to sit there and just collect money. And she's going to cut ties with anybody she thinks can incriminate her in anything. Like I told y'all yesterday, she disbanded the Scorpion unit, never came forward and made any type of statement publicly to the people. Hey, I know you're hurting. I'm hurting as well. Because me putting this unit together was not the intention. We were supposed to try to suppress crime, not oppress citizens. Never said anything like that. And you see how fast I said that? She could have did the same thing. But no, she didn't. See, it seems like when people become public figures and they get up in a position to where they feel as though they don't have to answer to nobody, none of us count as citizens. Only the people above them. Everybody below them is beneath them. And this is a perfect example. If you guys live in Memphis, because I got a lot of Memphis listeners, tell me the last time you ever seen the chief of police in something involved in the community where she was outside. I guarantee you she probably ain't never been nowhere. Ain't never been nowhere of importance. She probably went to a little kindergarten class or something. I'm the chief of police with her suit all shined up and all this other stuff. She ain't went nowhere of no real significance. Making statements and all this stuff. A police force is a big entity of a lot of employees. You got a lot of mentalities. You got a lot of different dispositions, and it's a hard job. I'm not taking that away from her. But my thing is this. You should have capable people that you're on top of to make sure they're on top of other people, so on and so on, down the tree. And that's how it should be ran. Like one machine just moving in unison towards a common goal or objective. And you can't even do that. And that's the issue I got with this whole situation. No accountability. She has no accountability. She don't care. And she ain't going nowhere. That's the trifecta for her. She's sitting pretty. She dodged the bullet. City of Memphis, I feel bad for y'all because I'm going to tell you something. When this stuff blows over, it's going to be more of the same because she ain't learned a lesson yet. The fire ain't hot enough. And the thing is, the mayor is sitting there defending her. Because as long as he defends her and says she's doing what she's doing, the heat is off of him of what he was supposed to be doing that he's not doing. And that's the thing. He gonna sit up there and tell the lady on WREG, and shout out WREG News Channel 3 out there. Yeah, she was sitting right here the last time we were on your show. That was hours before the Tyre Nichols video came out and shocked the world. Shouldn't you come right back out and say something, both of y'all? If anything, hey, we're sorry, we this and that. Then why'd you hide Hempfield? Then this other dude, you let him walk right into retirement. You've been with us long enough, kicking ass and taking names. We'll pass you. It's respect. He ain't show Tyre no respect when he sat there and watched him, didn't take control of the situation like the lieutenant he's supposed to be. But you let him get that pension and walk right out that damn door. You know what I'm saying? He can breathe easy. Tyre Nichols can't breathe at all. And that's all I'm saying. Stock Market Steve, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. Give me a thumbs up, get this video out, get the message. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.